Hi everyone, welcome in our today's tutorial. And on this tutorial we are just going to the next episode on which I'd like to teach you how to create tables, like a table like this, instead of inputting values and directly and creating different. So we want to learn how to create a table using SQL. Yes, the integrating SQL in Microsoft Access. So to do this, so first you just, after opening, you will open with this table, then you just close it. No, I don't want to save the difference, so like just like that. Then you come at create, then you come from create, you locate query design, you click at the query design. So from there we have here a view, we have SQL view. So from here SQL view, you just click at the SQL view, so automatically it will open here a window that will allow you to write code. Automatically you can see that it has written a code select, and that select statement, we will just learn the use of select statement in SQL. So from here we want to create a table. So to create a table, just specify this a code. So we are writing a code in this window. So create table. So we are creating a table named what? So the name of your table, my table, I'm going to name it customers. So from there, so we have a table, we have given it a name. So from there we want to identify the field names. So the fields, what are the fields of this table? So from our table we want to create an ID. The first field will be ID, and an ID. From after defining the field name, we have to identify its data type. Its data type, the way we always set in a normal creation of table. So from there it will use the auto increment. Then because this is our table, we must specify also the primary key, because we know that each table must have a primary key. So we will mark this an ID as a primary key. Then you place a comma, you go to the another field. To this another field, we'll call it first name. Just use first name. For there you specify the data type. The data type will be varchar, the variable character. So it will going to take a number of characters. So you use the varchar, depending on the way you just pronounce it, but just like that. So you can specify the field size, the maximum number of characters that variable or that field can carry. So from there we can specify, you add more specification. I will add a specification for not null, so that field should not be left null. You can just add first name varchar 35, then comma. If you add not null, that's a restriction you are setting. That field cannot be set null. There must be a value in that field to enter a value in another field. So we just go to second name, or just use last name, so there be some consistency. Last name like that. We still use the variable character. Also the size will just be consistent. Let's use the same size. You also set it to not null. Okay, as I said, that not null is just a restriction I'm setting on that field. If you leave with that placing that restriction, okay, it means that you can jump some fields while you are entering your data in your table, and it will not affect you in any way. So you want to place another field which you can use. Let's just use let me add edge. It is going to be using the integer type, so going to be using integer. So from there I will not specify the size, so by using integer, then you can have something like, you want to use the date or time data type, so let's say you can have something like registration date. Something like that, registration date. From there, so we specify the data type. The data type, we are going to place it to be date time. You have to understand that for this data type, for date or time, we must specify that I want there should be no this space, because there is no such data type in when it comes to SQL. So just places date time. So it can just be a small t or just capital, it will just still work the same, but sometimes it always sometimes case sensitive issue, so we just place it like that. So for the last field, should we add the last field, or just those fields are enough? Okay, you can add more fields if you have. So from there, so we can see that we have a comma here, but when it comes to the last field, you don't place a comma, you just place a comma, meaning that you can add another field on top. Okay, for this I just preferred to be moving each field on a new line, so that it can be easy to be understood. So you can just create like a one line like this, but so long as after comma another field, after comma another field, that's just stands for it. Then you close our table, because we had opened here and we have to close here, and after placing that bracket, closing bracket, then we place a semicolon. From placing a semicolon, then you run your query. You can see syntax error on create statement. Okay, you have this an error, this not null, should be there should be a space. It's not like this a syntax error, that data type can't be recognized if it is not null, that they are attached like a one word. It's not, they are two words for not null. Then you run it, automatically it will run, and we'll see it has created here a table named customers, this table. So we can just close this query. Yes, you can just name it. Let me just name it create table. Okay, so from there we have this our table. So that's how you create a table in Access using the integrated SQL. So from this, for the next tutorial I'm going to upload, I will be how to insert the value in the table using SQL. Inserting the table instead of manually typing. You are typing here your data, like you see. You can't just type like that. You can see that depending on our restriction we made, you must enter a value in the customer's last name. You see here, you have to enter value because of the restriction we set, not null. So in the next tutorial we just learn about how to add the field data in the table using SQL command. And we learn that SQL is much more easier to learn and an easy language to integrate, and actually it's always one of the good languages to learn when it comes to database management. And Just subscribe, and I will be uploading many updates on it. So from just not just creating tables, like being able to be able to manipulate your data in your tables using SQL and different activities, we can use it, and we'll find it more useful for those who have not subscribed.